If you've ever wanted to be an explorer but thought all the places on Earth had already been found, then this next story is for you. There's a massive place here on Earth that humans know very little about. It's the ocean floor, and it's teeming with some of the weirdest creatures you've ever seen. Sarah's found out about some researchers who are trying to find out more about this wonder world and how humans are changing it.
The final frontier. A strange new world where no one has gone before. Except it's not space, it's Antarctica. And these are the voyages of the ship Aurora Australis. These intrepid seafarers have come here to one of the world's most extreme places, where the summer sun shines in the middle of the night to see what's going on deep beneath the ocean. We actually know more about the moon than we do about the deep oceans. And unlike the moon, we know that there's life down there, and it's pretty important.
Without the wonderful creatures associated with benthic habitats, our cycle of life throughout the ocean could possibly cease to exist.
Benthic habitats are the ones in the deepest parts of the water, and they're very different places to the ones we're used to. There's no light, and there's huge amounts of pressure from the kilometres of water above. Getting a glimpse of this weird undersea world takes some special equipment, like this digital camera encased in a box strong enough to take the pressure. The researchers also use a net, which they drag along the seafloor to collect wildlife samples. It's tricky work. On top, they have to navigate through sheets of ice, and on the bottom they have to watch for rocks and boulders of ice. At one point there's trouble. They hit a rock and the camera and net are flipped over. Back at the surface they find the camera's been damaged.
We're going to have to spend some time realigning the cameras and the flashes and so on, so as we can do the next shot.
They push on, and then at the top of an underwater canyon there's a sea life jackpot.
What did I tell you about the heads of canyons? This is just great.
There are hundreds of different species, many of which only live here in the deep, cold Southern Ocean. They range from the familiar looking to the downright weird. These are pycnogonids, or sea spiders. Kind of like the ones we have up here, except they live under more than a kilometre of water.
Down in these Antarctic waters, these pycnogonids grow to their largest sizes. So this is a good example of our really large Colossendi species that we get down this neck of the woods.
There are also giant barnacles, weird worms, and coral that's 1,000 years old. These guys will sort and study what they've found to build up a better picture of life in the deep. They're also looking at how sea life might be affected by deep sea fishing. There are tight controls on how much fish can be taken here and where they can be taken from, but illegal fishing does go on. And the research team finds proof.
The tension on the drums were going up and the crew saying, what the hell has got the beam trawl?
They haul up kilometres of lines and nets left behind by a fishing boat. They're hoping by analysing the net and the life forms growing on it, they'll be able to tell when it was left and maybe where it came from. It's a reminder of how important their work is. By piecing together the alien world of the deep, they can prove to this world it's a place worth protecting.